Well. Um, 8 videos in to my series about Arsenal, which is dear to my heart. And by the way, alert, not a wrestling video. Okay. Um, kind of 8 videos into my football uh, series. Um, and this is the one. This is what has been all geared up towards. And this is step 8, so you know Arsenal have a lot of problems, and this is step 8 instead of step 10. Where do I begin? Signing players has to be Arsenal's biggest problem, but yet their biggest priority for this summer. Um, so far, we've been linked with Wayne Rooney, Luis Suarez, Higuain, um, Marion Fellaini, Capone, Cesar, Tim Krul, Ashley Williams, Grenier from Lyon. Is that it? Cesc Fabregas. I actually think that's it. Oh my gosh. Could be a football team by itself, right? I don't know. I don't know. See, this is the problem. This is why I actually, in a way, agreed with Paul. I think his name is Robson. Can't remember his first name. Former Arsenal player. And he said that, and it was a controversial statement that he said. That people thought it was harsh at the time, but I agree. In that Arsene Wenger can't be trusted to spend 70 million. If you spent your whole life, like, let me give you an example. My whole life, I've always been fighting for every penny that I have. I have a good career, but in my career, I'm not paid as much as I should be. Um, and this isn't, oh, everyone says it, this is just fact. I get paid distinctly less than what I should be on. And as a result, I'm trying to do something about it by looking elsewhere, trying to seek opportunities, network if I can, um, and do anything I can do to improve my situation. Um, the reason I bring up something so personal to me is that I always think to myself, what would I be like if I won the lottery, like a Euro Million lottery? Not like a ridiculous amount, but let's just say like a 30 to 40 million pound lottery. People ask me, would you buy like Lamborghinis and stuff like that? No. Would you buy stuff like massive mansions? Like people tell me that they'll buy like four, five, six, seven, maybe 8 bedroom mansions. In all honesty, if I won the lottery, I'd probably buy a Ford Focus RS, 3 bedroom house. Maybe take my friends to Las Vegas, and then I start to like build some businesses. Because my biggest fear if I ever won the lottery would be being that guy that had it all and then lost it all. And I don't want to be that guy. I refuse to be that guy if I was to ever win the lottery. But because you've spent your whole life being careful with money, it's not that easy to kind of just all of a sudden spend money. And that's the same problem that Wenger has. Wenger, for the last 10, 12, maybe 13 years, has been either for this move to the Emirates, or has been trying to pay the money back once we've got there. So he's not used to spending money. He's not used to kind of being given free reign, if you like, to buy whatever player he wants. 70 million, in my opinion, is about 80 million too short of what the team needs. But it's a start. Let's be honest, it's a dramatic improvement on what we have. And in all honesty, you know, I could talk about targets, and I will, because that's what this video is going to be about. You know, one of the biggest errors of judgment that Ivan Gazidis came out did is he made at least 3 or 4 statements before the season ended and at the season closure that Arsenal had all this money to spend. So you've inadvertently put a lot of pressure on Wenger to spend. Now I understand that you want to take pressure off the board and off yourself, but I think actions speak better, louder than words. They just do. It wasn't necessary for you to make that statement. Because the funny thing is, the irony is that despite your intentions that you thought that making that statement would relieve pressure on you, no. If anything, you put more pressure on yourself. Because now we're expectant of you to spend money. This is just error of. You never ever heard David Dein coming out and saying, we have X, Y, Z to spend. So you just go out and do it. Go out and buy the players, secure them, and then start talking. This is error of judgment number 1. This just goes back to my previous video about sacking that guy, that Ivan guy. Doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's the one supposed to be negotiating these deals, but yet he's off in Asia with the team. What the fuck is he doing there? You're telling me we don't have some sort of commercial director to handle all that shit? You should be at home negotiating these deals. This is what I'm talking about. The guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. Literally every single day, I go onto one of these websites. If you're an Arsenal fan, you know what I'm talking about. You go onto your bbc.co.uk's. You go onto your gossips. You go onto skysports.com. You go onto all of them. But hell, there's one website that always lies. Always lies. But I like looking at it just to give me some sort of hope. This is what being an Arsenal fan is right now. I go onto a website called www.courtoffside.com. If your team doesn't notoriously buy a lot, and you want to cheer yourself up with the possibility that one of these things could possibly be true, it's the website for you. It's a drag being an Arsenal fan because you just don't know what to say anymore. You know, 3 weeks ago I allowed myself to get really excited. Really excited. I was emailing people at work, I was emailing people while I was at work, and people who I don't, like friends who don't work with me but outside of work, I was emailing them saying that we are going to get Higuain. This is the caliber of striker we should be going for. Someone who doesn't know anything but finishing. He's young enough, he's 25, perfect age, proven at the highest level. You're going to get him on the top team for a reasonable amount of money. Let's be honest, 25 million for a player of his quality is not as much as you would think. Then I start to hear stories like, oh, we're set to sign him, he's due for his medical in such and such week, that Arsenal are due to conclude the deal. And I think to myself, I've heard this story one too many times now. This is dragging on a little too long. Now all of a sudden I've started to hear stories that Ancelotti's changing his mind and that he's convinced Higuain that that if he remains here, if he remains here, he will play. I don't see how, if I'm Higuain, and I'm not going to say this because I'm an Arsenal fan, if I'm Higuain, I'm going to Arsenal. You're being linked with Suarez. You don't play as it or you don't play at the moment. Like I don't understand why they're fighting so hard to keep Higuain. Personally, um, like the being linked with Suarez, this is Real Madrid. They can get any striker they want. So I don't understand why they're so militant about us getting Higuain. I think they realise that, oh shit, maybe if Arsenal want him, maybe he's a good player. And that pisses me off because that seems to happen to us a lot. But I I mean, for me, that was the one that hurts the most because if it is us and it was our fault and we are the ones that are griping over 1 or 2 million, I will never forgive Arsenal for it. Because I can just imagine what we're doing. We're offering probably 19 million. And Madrid are saying, kiss my ass. You don't give us 25 million, then we don't have a conversation. What, like, even if it's just the one striker, even if it's the one player you get, make it Higuain. And if it's just 1 or 2 million, you have 70 million to spend. What the fuck is the problem? Like, I just don't understand their mentality. We lost Mata for the same sort of reason. We've lost out on so many other players for the same sort of bullshit reason. It pisses. I just don't understand the mentality. I mean, for me, personally, if I had 70 million to spend, I'd vlog, like I said in my previous video, I think if we got rid of all the players that I said we should get rid of, we would have raised an extra 15 million and saved a lot of money on wages. Now, to be fair to Arsenal, there's one thing they seem to be doing is getting rid of players. The one that's being quite troublesome and being stubborn to leave is Nicholas Bentner, because he knows that we're the only team stupid enough to give him 60 grand a week. Even Frankfurt must have been like, what the fuck? It was 60 grand now. We're not matching 60 grand, son. You ain't proved shit to earn 60 grand a week. Now he's being linked with Hulk. Hulk can't afford no 60 grand a week. So, I just want us to get rid of Bentner and Shamak so much. And then, but if you manage to do that, you can say to yourself, right, okay, so now I have 85 million to spend. Right, so I'm going to spend 25 million to get fucking Higuain. And give him this 150,000 a week. Secure him. Even if it's just one big signing you make, secure him. Right? I'm not certain that Luis Suarez is the way to go. Controversial, but I just think he'd be more trouble than his work. He's a world-class striker. I hate him as a human being, but he's a world-class striker. There is no doubt about it. And a talent like his would be wonderful to have at Arsenal. What I don't want us to do is just buy a big player for the sake of buying a big player. And I think, personally, as controversial as it sounds, I would rather Higuain in the team than I would have Suarez, even though Suarez is proven in the Premier League. I think Higuain in a team would be more hungry to prove himself than a Suarez who would be like, oh, I might just stay here for 2 years and then go as soon as Madrid show interest. I mean, and alright, it'll make us a lot of money. It's a potential investment, if you like, but I would rather we didn't go for Suarez. I'd rather we go and get Higuain and then Suarez goes to Madrid like he wants to go. So that would be my preference. Um, So yeah, I'd spend 25. Just spend the fucking 23 million on fucking Fellaini. We need a defensive midfielder. Yes, I agree it's a lot of money. But the way I see it is you spend 23 million on him now, or you never get him because you're never going to spend 30 plus on him. Because once that clause ends on his contract, that's it. It's a wrap. It's game over for us and Fellaini. I like Capone, but I agree. I think Fellaini's ultimate position will be a defensive midfielder. I honestly believe he can do it. I think he'd add us a lot of steel and power in the middle of the park. And if you play like a Corzola and Wilshere at the side of him, I like Arteta, but Arteta might have to sit on the bench. That would be one hell of a fucking midfield. Did I get Ashley Williams? Fuck it. Buy him for the 10 million. Just put a bit of experience there. Play him with Koscielny. Why not? And then I mean, I wouldn't be too mad if we didn't buy a keeper. I do think Szczesny will improve. Um, I have a feeling Wenger will go and buy Reina. Personally, I think he will feel like I think he would rather an older keeper that Szczesny can potentially learn from than a younger keeper. I thought it was a mistake not to go for Mignolet, but the minute that Liverpool got Mignolet, I think it presents an opportunity to bring an older goalkeeper who Reina has fucked up over the last few seasons, but I feel like a new challenge could be what he's looking for. And if we gave that to him and bid maybe 10 million, I think we'd get him. We're not going to get Krul for 6. We're just not going to get Tim Krul for 6. Newcastle will be fucking stupid if they let Tim Krul go for 6. So yeah, that's what I'd like to see. But if we couldn't get a new goalkeeper, I wouldn't be mad about it. To be honest, I'm not convinced that we want a new goalkeeper because for the simple reason that I feel like if we wanted a new goalkeeper, we would have got Cesar. Cesar is our type of deal. 1.5 million. Right, his wages might be a lot, but you just spent only 1.5 million on him, so I'm not convinced that that was what we wanted to do in the first place. But I'd buy maybe 3-4 strong players. Get rid of your debt, because then the books will be balanced. Not necessarily in fees, but in wages for sure. And then we're good to go. Just buy Higuain, buy Fellaini, buy Ashley Williams, and let's just go. Let's do it. And then if you have anything left over and you want to buy a goalkeeper, cool. Buy that goalkeeper, and then let's go. I'm desperate for us to do well this season. I'm desperate for us to do well. And we need to start making moves. Because we're running out of time. People are making moves quickly. I thought the whole idea, the whole premise was to bring in players as soon as possible so that they can have time to integrate into the team. Wouldn't that make sense? That's what surprises me most about Arsene Wenger. For all this taking time, you would have thought he'd understand the psychology of bringing in a player early enough so that they can settle within the team and develop a relationship with everyone else in the team. But it seems like he is content to go to the very last day of the transfer window. And that's scaring me. Because I worry that Higuain will change his mind. That Man United will buy Fellaini. That Ashley Williams will decide to stay at Swansea. And we've lost all our targets. Just like that. Please. Please. Arsene Wenger. Please. I'm pleading with you. Buy some players now.